Earlier in the offseason, the Las Vegas Raiders traded traded for Rock Ya-Sin, Unique Ngakwe. That trade kind of went down. And obviously, there's a couple things you took away from it. Number one, they got rid of one of their top pass rushers, but they kind of made up for it in getting Chandler Jones. So everything's kind of hunky-dunky at this point. So then you kind of ask yourself, okay, Rock Ya-Sin, a former, a second-round pick coming out and had a lot of talent, probably one of the more gifted players in that draft, now, if I do remember correctly. And it was kind of one of those things where you're like, okay, he's kind of coming into his own. He's had an up-and-down career in Indianapolis, the former Temple Owl, 34th overall pick, if you will. Had a 69.9 PFF grade last year. Was one of those guys that had, again, up and down. He's got the measurables, though. You talk about the height, the speed, all of that. 6 foot, a $190. Yeah, you kind of like it. So you look at what you got in a guy like Rock Ya-Sin, you ask yourself, okay, what can he bring to the Raiders now? I mean, we're looking at a guy that up and down career with the Colts. What does that mean for the Raiders? Well, I think it really does go to show that sometimes a change of scenery can be just what a player needs. We've seen it countless times with a lot of players around the league that just changing that, that jersey can do a lot of different things. Look at Zadarius Smith. Now, he had an up and down, or mainly a good career with the Ravens, but then he went to the Packers and blew up, and now he's with the Vikings. Hopefully that goes according to plan. But there's a lot of different examples when you talk about players that have went from one team to another and that have shined. I know Laquan Treadwell for the Vikings. He wasn't obviously worth the first-round draft pick. He was, but you see him go to other teams and carve out a niche role. Cordero Patterson, another player for former Vikings player that had a career year with the Falcons last year. Like, it literally means that if a player can find the system and the team that will build around them, that will believe in them, that will be a part of their development, I think that can be huge. And I think Rock Ya-Sin is in the perfect position with the Las Vegas Raiders. I think, that he is going to find himself in a position where he probably could start right away as going to be that starter opposite of Trayvon Mullen Jr. And I'm okay with it. I think, the Raiders, they've got a lot of different talent in terms of their defense. Obviously, it starts up front, but their corners, they've got some young ones. They do, but I think Anthony Averett, all those guys can back up and do a lot of good things for them moving forward. But overall, I'm excited for what this means for Rock Ya-Sin, because I do think that, again, at the end of the day, sometimes a change of scenery, it's all you need. It really is all you need, and I think they're in a spot now where they're looking pretty good. So. And we'll get into more of it real quick, actually, because again, you took take a look at a player like Rock Ya-Sin, 69.9 PFF grade last year, did a lot of good things. But then you take a look at recent reports from Raiders camp during OTAs and everything. This article, a part of Raiders Wire, you guys got to give them a follow. They are absolutely amazing. They do a tremendous job. So this article written. Why is it not showing up? There we go. Marcus Mosier. Let's see what they wrote about Rock Ya-Sin. Rock Ya-Sin looked good. The soft-spoken corner hasn't been talked about much, but it's not because he's performed poorly. He's been consistent, fluid, and in the right position regardless of who he's matched up against. Mullen's health aside, the Raiders need Rock Ya-Sin to be a good starting corner this season. He had an up-and-down career with the Colts, but he was steady throughout the off-season program, and I think that's huge. You talk about, again, like we said, you've got a guy like Trayvon Mullen Jr. on that other side. You need that other guy that can lock it down. I think Rock Ya-Sin, just a change of scenery, and I know this is only OTAs and only a part of a little bit of rookie camp and all that stuff mainly, but it's the earliest amount of camp information you can get, so it might not mean a whole lot. But the fact that he's in a new system, the fact that he's in the right position, that he's fluid, I think those are all reasons to be optimistic about Rock Ya-Sin and what he can still bring to the Raiders. I think he can bounce back and be a very big part as to why this defense improves so much, and I'm excited for it. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. Greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about Rock Ya-Sin being in the perfect position with the Las Vegas Raiders.